All right. Morning, gentlemen. New game. Me and Raider Bill versus Wild Bill and Commander Ironside. I'll be playing Japan. So on Operation Battle Axe, turn one for Japan, I have 29 to spend. So I'm going to buy four for tech, one minor factory, um, three infantry, and an artillery. All right, so I got some attacks to do. So um, I'm going to declare war on Russia. So I'm going to take the two infantry from Johol and move into Dornog. I'm also going to bring in a fighter and attack in that battle too. Yeah, I'll bring a fighter and attack in that one. All right. Um, I am going to move in two infantry into Shanxi, and I'll bring these fighters. I'll have three left. Okay. I'll bring a fighter and attack 1, 2, 3 from Manchuria, and they'll have one left. Okay. I'm going to take two infantry and an artillery from Shansai to Honan. Also going to bring in an artillery and two more infantry from Shantung. All right, into there. I'll bring the fighter from Korea. We'll go 1, 2, 3. No, I can't do that. That's right. That'll just stay there. I will also. Well, I don't need to. All right, I'm going to bring in 4 infantry from Shanghai into Anhui with 1 artillery. And I'll bring in well, that'll be good enough for that one. All right. In the Yunnan, I'm going to bring in 2 infantry and an artillery from Fujian with 1, 2 fighter and attack, and they'll have 2 left. All right, I'll bring the fighter from Taiwan 1, 2, 3, and it'll have 1 left. All right. Okay. Okinawa, I'll bring the fighter 2, 1, 2, 3, and it'll have 2 left from an air base. All right. So he'll go over here where the other 2 are at. I'll bring the mech 1, 2. And you know what? I won't bring in the mech. I'll just leave it there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I'm going to bring into that battle at this time. All right. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do for my attacks. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take this fighter attack that we're here in Shanghai, and I'm going to attack Hopian. Those 2 guys. They'll have 2 left. I'm going to bring in The aircraft carriers, planes are going to go 1, 2, 3. Fighter and attack on both those aircraft carriers. All right. And they'll have 1 left. They all will have 1 left. So all 5 of these will have 1 left. This one will have 2 left. All right. Yeah. Looks like all I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to attack Serbia. I'm going to take 1 transport. All right, you're going to pick up an infantry and an artillery off of Shanghai, go 1, 2, and land in Serbia. All right. I'm going to take a transport from P14 to P6, and it's going to take an infantry and an artillery. Actually, it's going to take an infantry and a tank. That'll work into Siberia. The bomber is going to go 1, 2, 3, and it's going to drop off 2 more infantry. And then it's going to come right back to Japan. All right. This bomber is going to go 1, 2, and it's going to drop off 2 infantry into Siberia, and it's going to come back. All right. These 2 infantry, that's non-combat. All right. Amur, I'm going to hit it with, I'm going to take 4 infantry into Amur. Those infantry into Amur. 1 mech and 1 artillery. And the AA will stay in Manchuria. All right. Let's go 1, 2, 4. All right, that looks like all I am going to do for right now. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do for right now. Yeah, the rest of it will be all non-combat. Yep, that'll be it. The rest will all be non-combat. All right, so we'll just start. I'm thinking if there's anything else. I'm going to pause it here for a minute because I'm going to look this over real quick. All right, looks good. All right, so okay, we'll start at the top. All right, Serbia is a walk-on, so that'll be Japan. Amur will be a walk-on. All right, okay. So for Dobanabi, you've got 2 cavalry. I've got 2 infantry. And I have a fighter and attack. All right. Fighter and attack, 2 infantry. All right, so here's my roll. And I got 1 hit. And you roll. You got miss. All right. So, all right, let's do it again. I got another hit, and you roll, and you miss. All right. So he's got 3 left, so they're just going to go back to Manchuria. So I'll put him in Manchuria for now. All right. These are deleted. All right. This goes to Japan. This will go to Russia. This will go to Russia. And this one will go to Russia. All right. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next battle for Shanxi. You've got, let me grab a 2. You got an infantry. All right. I've got the same thing here. 2 infantry and fighter and attack. All right. So, all right. So let's see what I got here. Got a hit. And for you, you miss. All right. So this Chinese dude is deleted. I take Shanxi with 2 infantry. All right. And these planes just go to Shanxi and Shanxi. So there we go. All right, next battle. You've got, for Hunan, you've got 2 infantry. I've got 2 infantry with 2 artillery paired. All right. And these are paired. All right. And 2 non-paired. All right, no planes on this one. All right, so I need 2 hits. And I got 2 hits. And you got 2 hits. Wow. Well, that was not what I wanted, but it happens. All right. Okay, this will go to Japan. All right. They get with 2 infantry and 2 artillery. All right. Okay, next one is Hopian. I've got a fighter and attack against your 2 infantry. And I sure hope we don't have the same results there. Let's put these out of the way. All right. And I got 1 hit. And you roll. You got 1 hit. Didn't want that. All right, so you lose 1 infantry. And I'll lose a fighter. All right. And I got 2 left. So he'll go to Fujian. All right. Actually, he'll go up here to Shanxi. 1, 2. All right. Okay. He's staying on the Hopian, which is what you're planned on anyway. All right. For Anhui. All right. I've got 4 infantry and an artillery. So I've got 1 infantry, 1 artillery paired. All right. I got no planes on this one. All right. And 2 unpaired versus your 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I should have 1 more unpaired. Okay. All right. So let's see if I get 2 hits. Nothing. Roll. Ha, 2 hits. What a way to go. Ah. Okay. All right. That didn't work out well. 1 hit. 1 hit. All right. So you lose 1 infantry. I lose another infantry. All right. Get rid of that dice. Nothing. Man, I'm going to throw these dice out. Nothing. Now I get 2 hits. When I could have used it way back before, and you get no hits. All right, so Anwei goes to Japan. All right, take it with an infantry and an artillery. All right, Anwei, you're going to have 3 AA shots. All right. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planes, so you got 6 planes, so you got 3 AA shots. Oh, you got a freaking fighter. All right, so you got one of the fighters. That worked not good. All right, so now I have an infantry and artillery. Infantry, artillery with 1 unpaired. All right, you got 1 cavalry. All right, and 3 infantry. All right, and 1 cavalry, 3 infantry, and an AA. All right, so I've got 2 infantry to artillery, and then I have 1, 2, 3. I got 3 fighters. And 2 tacks. All right. Come on, big roll here. I need 1, 2, 5 hits. And I got 1, 2, 3 hits. All right. You need nothing. And of course you get 2 hits. What a way to go. All right, so I'll take away that and that. And 1 was for your thing, so you have 2 left. So you lose your AA, cavalry, and 1 infantry. All right, and I lose 2 infantry. All right, so I lose 1, 2 infantry. Little risky move here on this part. I didn't want to commit a lot, but I got 2 hits, and you roll freaking 2 hits. What a deal. Very costly. What a way to start out a game. What a way to start out. Really don't want to do it. To get 1. Oh well, it is what it is. I'll take the artillery. And I'll take a fighter. They'll land in Fukien. Wow. lost 3 planes in that. 2 planes on that deal. 3 planes altogether. Was not nice. Not at all. Wow. Well, it is what it is. Yeah. Can't win them all. Okay. Wow. Okay. It is what it is. Wow. That was a big hurt. All right. Have to recuperate eventually. All righty. So I'm going to take my aircraft carrier off the Carolina Islands, and it's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and he'll go to P-22. All right. The transport is going to go 1, 2, 3, and bring in an infantry and an AA. They're going to be in Shanghai. Okay, I'll lay them there. All right. This transport's going to pick up the one guy in Palau. All right, and go 1, 2 to P-22. Pick up the guy in Okinawa, and they're going to land him in Manchuria. No, they're going to land in Fujian. Okay. Okay. Matter of fact, these infantry and AA will land in Fujian also. I'll just do it that way. All right. Okay. Destroyer is going to P-30. This cruiser is going to P-22. All right. The fleet is going to stay in P-14. The 4 planes, the 2 tacks, are going to Manchuria. 2 tacks, 2 fighters going to Manchuria. All right. Okay. These 2 infantry that are in Kosovo will come down to Japan. All right. Okay, this fighter that was in Korea is going to go to Shanxi. Shanxi. Okay. All right. Okay. So, this fleet will stay here. That fleet will stay here. Yeah. Yep. Everybody look good. I'll bring 1 destroyer over here with the transports, just not to leave them naked. It ain't gonna matter. All right, I'm gonna place a factory in Shanghai. All right, I'm gonna place an artillery. And 2 infantry in Manchuria. Okay, and I'll plant 1 infantry in Japan. All right. All right. So that's what I got. All right. So for deposition, P6, 2 transports, and a destroyer. Siberia, I have. Let me get these all organized. I have 6 infantry, 1 tank, and 1 artillery. Okay. Yeah, I'll bring that down closer. Amur, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 mechanized. All right, Manchuria, I have an artillery, 2 infantry, and I have 3 fighters and 3 tanks. Okay, Dobanabi, I have 2 infantry. All right, Shanxi, I have two fighters, 2 tanks. Shinsi, I have 2 infantry. Honan, I have 2 infantry, 2 artillery. Let's see, these guys in Hong Kong. They'll move down here to Shanghai. I got transports here anyway. Yeah. All right. So in Shanghai, I have 2 infantry and mech with the new factory placed. Fujian, I have 2 TAC bombers, 2 fighters, 3 infantry, and an AA. Munan, nothing. Hopian, nothing. Anhui, I have 1 infantry and 1 artillery. And I probably can kill them anyway. That's great. Yeah. Taiwan, I have an infantry. In P30, I have a destroyer. In the Carolinas, I have an infantry. P22, I have a destroyer, cruiser, battleship, and a sub. The sub is actually going to go 1, 2. It's going to go to P48. Nah, he'll go to P30. Yeah, okay. Okay, in Okinawa, I have a aircraft carrier with a fighter and attack, or P22, 2 transports, a battleship, cruiser, destroyer. P14, I got 2 aircraft carriers, 2 bombers, 4 infantry, 1 artillery, and 3 AA. All right, that should be it. And Okinawa, I have 1 infantry. All right, so money-wise, I collect 35. All right, I get that 15, and that should be it. Actually, I don't have anything else. All right, plus 15. So that'd make me 50. $35 and 15. 50 for next turn. All right. Good luck, US.